Hi, my name's Abbey Phillipps and welcome to JMM Insights. Today I'm speaking with Temas Resources, ASX code TIO, a technology-driven critical minerals company focused on titanium and other strategic metals with a unique dual-based business model combining proprietary processing technology and advanced mineral assets in Quebec, Canada. Temas is advancing its patented Regenerative Chloride Leach (RCL) processing technology alongside its flagship Blache and Lac Brûlé projects as it works to strengthen Western supply chains for critical minerals. Joining me today is Tim Fernback, Director and CEO of Temas Resources. Tim, thanks for joining me. So, Tim, for people who may not be familiar with Temas Resources, can you give us an overview of the company and what sets it apart in the critical minerals space?
Yeah, no, Temas is a Canadian publicly listed company that's just recently had our IPO on the ASX in late October of last year. We are a mining exploration company that has advanced critical mineral projects in mining-friendly Canada in the province of Quebec. They are titanium, vanadium, and iron properties, primarily the two projects. They're advanced projects as well, with in one case over 47,000 meters of drilling, and the other project over 10,000 meters of drilling. We also are unique in that we've devoted a lot of time and attention and cost towards our metallurgical technology, which is a platform technology that can be used for not only our deposits, but for third-party deposits worldwide in different metals outside of titanium and vanadium. It's directly applicable to metals such as gold and nickel and others. So we're really excited about the possibility of rolling that out commercially.
And a key focus for the company is your RCL technology. In simple terms, what does RCL do and why is it potentially a game changer for processing complex ores?
So RCL stands for Regenerative Chloride Leaching Technology. So it is a type of leaching technology that is simple. It's being conducted at near ambient temperatures and with under a low pressure situation. We regenerate our reagents, so it's all three of those things lead to a lower OpEx and a environmentally friendly way of conducting your metallurgy for certain rock deposits or ore deposits. And it's a game changer in that it's novel and it's something that can be an improvement upon existing sulfate and chloride options for processing titanium dioxide and other metals. So we're really excited about it. It's been in the works for about 30 years of development, and at a cost of over $10 million in direct research cost. It's been piloted on gold deposits, nickel deposits, of course, our deposit, which is a titanium and vanadium deposit in Quebec. We acquired the technology from a research lab that essentially was a government research lab that was privatized, so it was very opportunistic for us. It seemed to work for our deposit, but it turns out that it will work for other people's deposits as well.
And you mentioned just earlier, but turning into your assets in Quebec, can you talk us through the LaBlanche project and why it's strategically important for Temas?
So Blache is a vanadium titanomagnetite. It's the third largest of that type of deposit in the world. Another similar deposit is in Lac TIO, which is also in Quebec, Canada. It's an existing mine operated by Rio Tinto. So not only is it a large deposit, it's something that if you were to build an extractive plant for it, it would probably have a mine life of somewhere in the order of 100 years to extract the entire resource from what we know is underground right now. But we've certainly added to the 208 million ton resource that we've shown in our initial scoping study. And we've acquired some adjacent land that has historic measured and indicated resources of close to 50 million additional tons. So it's quite a large project. It's a generational asset, and it's one that is at the right time, the right place with the definite need for the critical minerals that are found there.
And recent drilling and technical work have highlighted potential upside beyond titanium and vanadium, including other critical and strategic metals. How does this broaden the opportunity at LaBlanche?
So our scoping study only really looked at both the titanium and the iron credits on the project. What we found, obviously, that there's a vanadium credit that needs to be accounted for in the economics. But when looking at our past drilling, as mentioned, there's been over 47,000 meters of drilling on this property. We found that there is a commercial quantities of both scandium and gallium that can be recovered from that. Now we're going to do additional assay work and testing work to confirm that it's pervasive throughout the massive oxide deposit. But our geologists, are working on the theory that this is something that is pervasive and it will be a significant co-pay metal that we can achieve from our La Blache project. So we're excited about it. And the one good thing is that our RCL technology will assist us in getting those particular scandium and gallium co-pay products out of our complex mineralogy.
And you've spoken previously about the importance of onshoring the critical mineral supply chain in North America and other Western markets. How does Temas fit into that broader macro theme?
As you mentioned, it is a trend. There is a definite need for onshoring. You've got the US government and the Canadian government, and also the EU for that matter, sponsoring particular projects that are critical minerals and rare earth elements. Ones where over the last, 50 years, North America and other Western nations have have kind of let the Chinese government and other, Saudi Arabia, Russia, dominate in the supply and the refining of these critical elements. Now it's coming back to their realization that they need to secure this domestic supply in order to have a true freedom from trade wars and these imbalances that are happening right now. So as the world is looking for more titanium metal and more rare earth elements for technology and aerospace needs, having the onshoring of these critical deposits in North America are going to be very valuable and really important long term.
And Tim, beyond your own projects, there's a growing interest in applying RCL to third-party ores globally. How do licensing or partnership opportunities factor into Temas's long-term strategy?
We acquired the RCL technology in two stages. One, about the first half of the technology we acquired 4 years ago when we piloted the study using RCL and understood that it really worked well for our particular deposit. Working on it over the last 4 years and working with the scientific team that founded the original technology, we realized that this is actually a platform technology. So one of the first things that we did when we listed on the ASX was to acquire the second half of those rights. So now that we own 100% of the patents that are forming this platform technology, we're looking to commercialize it. So use it not only for our particular deposit, which is a large deposit in Québec, but also it's directly applicable to other rare earth element critical mineral deposits, gold, nickel deposits, which we obviously have the patented technology around that and patents specifically around the recovery of those metals out of rock and tailing situations. So we're looking to devote some time and attention to the business development around third-party metallurgical licensing and joint ventures with other groups. And in January of this year, we received our first third-party test revenue for a group that was looking to test RCL on their particular deposit. So we have a pipeline of other groups that are looking to do the same thing, and you're going to hear a lot of good news in the future about our metallurgical tech and how we're helping not only our deposit go through its feasibility, but also look at what's potential for other nickel gold deposits worldwide.
And then, so I guess looking into the future as well, with recent progress on drilling, technology development, and corporate initiatives, what are the key milestones investors should be watching over the next 12 months?
Well, we just completed a drilling program on La Blache, so we're going to be doing full assays on the drill core. I think looking at La Blache and seeing the gallium and scandium results and how much that potentially could add to the value that we have at La Blache. We will be proposing additional drill programs to tie in that new land that we've acquired to the west of our project that has an additional 50 million tons of historic resource, and upgrade our scoping study so that it'll show the entire land package, the entire metal package that exists on our property at Blache. So we're really excited about that. At Lac Brûlé, we have an open-ended resource that is a hemoilmenite, vanadium, titanium, and iron mineral exploration project. We've done about 10,000 meters on the property to date, but we really would like to see how far west and how far east the mineralization goes. It is a very large deposit. It's a higher grade than our Blache project, and it's near surface with good infrastructure. This could be a direct feedstock that goes into Rio Tinto's TIO mine and Sorel metallurgical complex, because it's very similar in metallurgy to what Rio Tinto has at TIO, which is about 400 kilometers away from our particular mining property. So we're excited about that. And then, of course, on RCL, we're having third-party revenue. We're doing testing on other projects. You're going to see exciting news about additional testing successes of RCL, potential joint venture partners that we're going to be engaging with, and other strategic partners along the way. So as we commercialize RCL for our own purposes and looking at our own deposit to look at the economics there, we will also be developing it like a standalone business for a third party, receiving revenue from third parties. Ultimately, what we see for RCL is a joint venture and licensing opportunity where there's multi-million dollars of annuity payments that could go into a company like ourselves as a tolling revenue from mining operations all across the world. So we're looking in that, and ultimately we'll decide what happens with that particular division later on. But it would make sense that it would be ripe for some sort of corporate spin-out.
Tim, thank you for your time today and for the overview of Temas Resources and its strategy in the critical minerals and processing technology space. There's a lot in the pipeline, and we look forward to watching the company progress.
Yeah, no, thank you, Abby. We've got a very dynamic company, so a lot of things to accomplish, but I think that the road ahead of us looks fairly rosy, so it's great.
Thanks, Tim.